Finally, where's my hug? Good to see you, brother.
You look sharp today.
It's been a good day. I keep saying that. Getting to meet people that, you know, I've been communicating with, you know, for the last couple of years, some since last year, and being able to see them in person and still be able to jive with them. It's God puts people in your life and you wouldn't understand it. People in the world who choose a country that, you know, they knew pretty much nothing about, and then come to it and not be selfish, but be able to give to, you know, people who need. That's humbling. And the video makes me taller. You finally, where's my hug? How are you?
How was the journey?
Man, we left super early. Christian is the one I'm worried about. He's like, he didn't get to sleep much. He's trying to hide in the car. Yeah.
He's like, if it's anything like mine, he won't want to come out. Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
He's tired.
Nathan.
Yeah.
That's my Nathan.
Yeah.
Until he's hungry.
Hi.
Michelle, this is Eric. He's the gentleman.
Hi, Miss Michelle.
Yes, Michelle just got here too.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you building here too?
Yes.
Where are you building?
Judah. Line of Judah, that's up this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You like Ghana?
Yeah.
We're slow though.
Yeah.
I was born here and I know we're slow. I can't deal with the slowness, but yes. Man, you guys are coming along. It's a nice place. Hi, go.
Yeah,
Nice, nice, nice. What's up, Alan? My brother. Good to see you, brother.
You look sharp today.
The video makes me taller. You always see me sitting though.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Man, you guys are putting together a very nice thing here.
You see the arch I was telling you about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the perfect height.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks beautiful.
And get going.
Yeah. This looks good. Man, you guys are.
Because I didn't see the window like out of the box.
Yeah.
I dressed up.
Uh-huh.
And what they do, I didn't give myself a 16th of an inch clearance.
Mm-hmm.
And China, they put a 16th of an inch.
Yeah. They
So I have to end up going back and grind
all of it.
all the windows.
Man.
But the only one is the only one which is
Oh, yeah.
acting up like that. Is over here.
I like the tiles. It's different. Did you guys get them here?
I get them in Accra.
Okay, this is nice. I like it.
Check this out. Let me show him what we're talking. Because I implemented different ways of installing the window.
I think you have to see the difference.
But this one is going to stay locked.
Okay.
This one is the one who should be moving back and forth. And yes, the running and the tracks come a little bit tight. But this is the only one that's doing it. See?
Yeah.
It's making
Oh yeah.
tight.
Yeah, it should be smoother than this.
Yes. Oh, you can push also easy.
Yeah. This is the way it's supposed to glide. This is supposed to. This is tight. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to glide, like that. Yeah.
So I have to use a different mechanism of installation.
Yeah.
Taking these out.
Okay.
Send my screw through
You
here.
know? Oh, nice. Give yourself some security before you seal it back.
Yeah.
That's nice.
These go back easily.
Yeah.
And with the arch, I did the same thing. They got some stiff rubber down the bottom here. Rip them out. Send the screws through there and put it back.
We had some screws in the package for you, right?
Yeah,
You put some screws in there?
No, they don't
no
send
wall
the
screws.
for the wall.
Okay.
The only screw they send inside is for the frame.
For the frame itself.
To put it around.
Okay. Yeah. That's the things, like some of the things we're trying to do is as we go along, we're learning everything that we need to learn, especially for the Ghana market, because they normally manufacture for like the Saudi, the Dubai markets. So we're lucky to even have them want to do little small things for us.
Well, I think there's a couple people comes around here and very interested.
Yeah.
I have this lady, she's in the States and she just left last week. And, she wanted the same window.
The same window. Yeah, we can do that. It's like,
She looked and she said, I want the same sliding door, the same window.
yeah.
So she's asking me to do the house.
Okay. Yeah, well, man, you put this together really, really good. Good job, man, for real.
Put the papers and send it to the architect. You know, and he changes what he wants to change, and I tweak it around. But it's the same design as the outside.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so you just like moved that over here and then adjusted it to Ghana. You cheated.
Remove the carport and had two bedrooms.
Two bedrooms. There you go.
And I had a front porch and I had a back porch.
Oh, okay.
I had those there.
Right.
The master that is back here is upstairs.
Okay.
At my age, I just
You don't-
celebrated
yeah,
my
put him-
59th birthday.
yeah.
The other day I said, no more stairs.
Happy birthday, my brother.
So
I'm right behind you, slowly.
we moved to the back. So this was the bedroom that was to be upstairs.
Okay.
We just moved it to the back.
Okay.
You know, that's the other thing. This is
Man, this is bathroom spacious. I like this. This is really, really spacious.
They got
A nice tile work too.
Here,
And you said you got these in Accra?
here about these here.
Okay.
All the tile about here.
All right. Hopefully the pricing wasn't too bad.
No, I went to Goodwill because over here, about was the cheapest I was seeing them for was like 215, 220.
215, 220 per square meter. Oh, per box.
Yes. And I go to
And like 2 pieces in a box, right?
four.
Okay. Oh, these are 600 by 600.
600
Yeah, 600 by 600.
And I go to Hakra and I get these for 203 CD.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
This is the master bedroom.
Yeah, this is nice. In fact,
This used to be upstairs.
I like how open it is. It's really, really open. Yeah, I like that. The thickness is good too.
Yeah, that's why everybody loves them.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's like, yep. Yeah, because when I was in China, they were not working on these yet. They were working on the windows. Remember the casement ones in the front? So I took a picture and sent it to Nathalie. Yeah, so I didn't see this in person. I saw the small ones. So as we were driving up and I saw them, I'm like, I know
What I
those.
like with them, the only can install and remove
Right.
from inside.
Yeah.
Because
Security.
my friend up there, he just moved in
Okay.
and they tried to attempt to break in.
Break into his place.
They take his window out from the outside.
Outside. It's a security thing. Put it on the inside. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like for the same thing with my windows too. It's like to get it in, you can do it from outside. So it's the same thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a security thing. No, you got to realize like, oh, when is this person? I'm not going to be able to, do the status quo with them.
Well, they try to get under my skin by trying to annoy me within the first 4 or 5 months. And they realize hey,
It wasn't budget.
Rastaman ain't budget. Annoy me, I can annoy you too.
There you go. Yeah, man, it's
But that's the only problem I'm having, apart from that, everything is
yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like as frustrating as the building project gets, I think I would have been double frustrated if it was in the U.S. There is something about Ghana. I don't know if it's all of Africa, but for me, Ghana is home. So there's something about here that calms my nerves. You know what I mean? Like I can get upset and I will tell you. I can get upset and I'll say what I need to say, but I never go over the top. You know, like I don't allow myself to go there. I don't know why, because like I'm centered here. You know, and as much as I try to get people to understand why we can do something different, so we can all be better.
Of course.
It's difficult to get it through to people because they've done it one way and that's all they know.
That's what I keep telling them. I say, you all got to understand, this life is not a one road street from 1909 until now.
Yeah.
Things evolve.
Changes.
So if you don't change with the city,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
change, you're going to stagnant. You're
Right.
going to just stay at one level.
Right.
You
Yeah.
got to evolve. You got to evolve and step up.
That's absolutely true. You know, it's but I'll say though, I like when I see, you know, I tell Nathalie all the time, it's like the heart that you guys have for a place that you say is home. It's amazing to see because if everyone could have that heart for the continent, it would be a better place.
You know, ever since I'm growing up, my mom used to tell me that she's a black Maroon, right? And she said her relative, they used to speak a language they called Ekan. When I Googled that Ekan language, it's only one place in the world.
You know, you can speak it. It's right here.
I was like, okay, so that's where I'm from. I didn't have any intention to come here. No intention.
Right.
I knew I have to visit the motherland. I knew that for a fact.
Right.
But to live, you know, because I always think about my wife, and I always say that I don't think she's going to go that far. But that pipe is ventilation.
Oh, okay. Good.
From the pit.
Good.
But I don't want it short.
Good.
Because it's going to continue. Most of them, what I see in Ghana, they have it down here.
Short.
And I was like, if you have it down there, when you walk, you're
You're gonna smell in it. Yeah.
I said,
Oh, no, my goodness.
Go right through. But I put a wall down here. All this is
What? This is clever use of space.
Yeah.
My word. This is clever, Alan. Wow.
I want to tell you, it's my friend up there. He was passing through and he saw it and he was like, since you're going to put all that dirt inside here, why won't you just make it like a crawl space?
Yeah.
And use it as a storage.
And you know,
wow.
look,
I never thought of it.
No, but it's like that, what we just scroll through, my back doesn't hurt because it's roomy enough.
High enough. Yo!
And man, so what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna seal these places up? Ventilation pipes?
No, I'm just going to make some windows
Okay.
out of screen mesh
Okay.
and wood.
Okay.
Just for ventilation.
Okay.
Same thing over here.
Yeah, I remember that art. Oh my goodness.
A lot of
This
space.
is, man, this is long. Wow.
My friend gave me the idea was that.
That's brilliant.
Very
You see,
good
and I tell people this, like when you're building in a community sense, you get ideas you never thought of. You know, when like a lot of the things that the problems that I have on my site that I'm dealing with now, they are there because at the time I wasn't sharing the project. You know, it's like when I did YouTube, the idea was not to get YouTube, you know, publicity or anything.
Yeah.
My phone had all of my pictures on it. And then I realized, oh, I don't have that picture. I don't have that picture. Or maybe my phone damaged. I lost all my pictures. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I can document it. Put it on YouTube, making them all private. So I made all my videos private and I just kept telling the story and I'll add to it. And at first, I wasn't talking. I was just this stage. You know, so.
Because how I got to start watching it now
Yeah.
is after me and my wife had a conversation about coming to Ghana here. So I said, okay, if I'm going to Ghana, let me start watching about building in
In
Ghana.
Ghana, yep.
So when I
It's
started
necessary.
watching building in Ghana, you know, and I heard people focus on best thing is to be inside, be inside, be inside. You know, when I started to inquire and I started to ask some big questions, because I like to ask questions because that's how you gain knowledge.
Right, yeah.
You know. So when I heard what's going on, I was like, okay, so the best thing is to be here. Okay, I'll be there.
Right.
So when I come here now and see what's going on, I was like, you know what happened? The knowledge I have in the construction, I think I can handle this.
Right.
And this is the dream come true for me
Right.
because I like to build. And all the power is 220, 110.
Yeah.
Right around.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine too. Uh-oh, who's calling me here? Yeah. Man, so for the plywood part, how are you gonna finish it?
You want to tell you see all these plywood? It's from the crate.
I know. I know you use it.
When I saw them, I was like,
Yeah.
wow,
That
it's going to save me some money.
You see? And that's the thing. It's like, and that's one of the reasons why we choose the kind of wood that we choose, even for the packaging, because
These are all the plywood.
Yeah.
I just bought 6 sheets where all the plywood
yeah.
done.
Well, I see the Chinese writing over there.
Oh.
So, like, once this is done, what are you gonna do? What's the finishing gonna be? You're just gonna paint it?
Yes, I'm gonna pretty much let my plaster guy there
Okay.
just seal up those
The joints
Yes.
and the screw, the nail points.
and when it's dry, then I'll give it a coat.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
It's a possibility I will be doing all my painting. I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know you do. It's like, but that's the thing. It's like, you know, you're part of the build. You know, and for me, that's what brings me the joy.
Just like the guy he come yesterday to finish install this front door.
Yeah.
And I was like, what kind of professional you are? But you don't have the right tools. I said, this is a finished product you're working with. And you don't have finished tools. So I have to go in my shed. I said, oh, you're going to cut the board up there, mitre board. He said he's going to use your handsaw. I said, you can't use the handsaw to do a mitre cut. So I go get my mitre saw. I go get my table saw. He was like, you're a carpenter? I said, no. I was at my foreman when I just get here. You know, I said I asked my foreman, I said, what can you do within the construction field? He said, okay, I can do carpentry and I can do masonry. So he said, what can you do? I said, well, I do carpentry, I do masonry, I do plumbing, I do electric, and I do cabinetry. I do a lot. He said, you engineer? I said, no, I don't take titles.
I'm good with my hands.
That's what I told him. I just like to help myself. I said, God give me these here, and I like to put them to use.
Right. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's like even standing here, like looking at the straight lines of the windows. You know, on the drive here, we saw this building around Anamabu, where you could tell that they tried to build to make it look like a mirror. So that one side comes down this way, the other side comes down this way, and they meet in the middle. But when you look at the windows, there's one big window and a slender one, and it's mirrored. But now when you look at the level, they painted a straight line underneath with like some orange paint.
And that's what they go wrong, because when they do that, then they show up everything that should be in.
Exactly. So I'm looking at them like, okay, so if this is supposed to be a perfect mirror, why is one window this way and the other one this way?
Down.
You know, you messed up the mirror that you were trying to
It's
create.
just like there is a few dressing that they did around the window, just like they did here. And I told them, I said, I don't understand how a mason do a dressing like this, and you get that
wobbly,
on the wall
yeah.
finish.
I have some on my side.
That's what's supposed to happen. So every one of them that they do around the window, I get a hammer, I go there and
And you hack at
it
it, yeah.
So that needs to be done.
Redress it. Yeah, because like if on my front the front porch. So he does my metal stuff. He did my gate. He did the balustrade. Him, really cool guy. And you know, he put the balustrades in, and he showed some levels that were not good, that needed to be done. And I'm looking around, like I'm just standing there looking at the balustrade, and I see the plaster is bowed this way. Like I can tell the wall is not straight. I'm like, okay, even if the block work was not straight, when you're doing the plaster, that's the time for you to correct stuff. You don't say I'm going to push it on to the next person to do it.
Well, within my construction, when the block is not straight, I stop them. I say correct them. And now I know it can be corrected, but I'm not here. Waste is not in my
Push,
budget.
yeah, push forward for someone else to come.
Waste
Yeah,
is not in my budget.
good idea.
And this is gonna take more mortar to correct.
True.
I know it can be corrected, but
Yeah.
I don't want it to be corrected.
Right.
That way.
Why make the mistake to undo later on? Right.
My floor inside, all the floor. Tell them I want the floor finished. They don't have a clue what is the finished floor. I said, okay, I'll do it and show you.
More.
I haven't cleaned yet.
Right. Like even all of these, right? This all need to go away before you paint it. Otherwise, it'll stick out.
So I told him, I said, certain things I want to get done a certain way. I don't ask nobody to do it.
Right. You do it yourself.
And that's the only way I'm gonna get
Right.
it done the way I want it.
Right.
If I ask somebody to do it, they're not gonna do it. So I do certain things. I said to my foreman, I said, I need a floating steel. You don't know what.
You don't know what it is.
Okay, I'll show it to you. I'll farm it out and show it to you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I feel like there's knowledge out there for us to go soak, but a lot of us use the data for the wrong things. You know.
And this floating steel was just a quick thinking idea because the one I had in mind it was gonna be so different. This piece would end up over this side.
Okay.
And then this one will go sharp. It's like a starter.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And I thought about it when I started making the frame. I was like, no, the frame taking forever.
Yeah. To make the stagger.
The way I wanted it. Yes, because I wanted everything precise. You know, I wanted this to be 2 inches thick.
Okay.
And I want under here supposed to be 3 inches. I was gonna make it 3 inches, but if I make it 3 inches, then I would have to bring this out.
Oh, okay.
I would have to bring this up like bring it under 4 inches because I want this to have a length.
Right.
But that's what's showing the beauty of the float.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And you know one thing that you could end up doing if you wanted to, you could probably throw LED lights underneath it.
I'm not really a fan of light like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's like almost like
3% said to it.
yeah, because I was thinking like it doesn't have to be bright. It could one of like warm light.
Yeah.
Right, just to give a like a little accent.
I was thinking of that. I was thinking about that. Then first thing I said, I wasn't thinking about that from the beginning. And now I went up to drill now or chisel to get power for that LED.
Well, you can do solar LED.
Then I would have to run.
Yeah, well, it's worth thinking about. But no, for me, I like hiding things. So, no.
Place to hide it.
Yeah, no, it'll be open. No.
That's the
Yeah.
The way it's designed, there's no place to hide it.
Right.
The only
There's no
place I could hide it, I would have to hide it inside there.
Yeah, but it won't get sun.
No, I'm talking about the wires.
Oh, the wire itself.
Then the wires now I'd have to bury it somewhere out here to run out here to
To tap into the sun. Yeah.
Yeah. And the sun doesn't come over this side here until like after 2.
Yeah.
So the sunrise.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Your house, the front of your house faces exactly where my. Yeah.
So the sunrise
yeah.
in the east because
Right.
when they were laying out the profiling, I told them a specific where I want the house to position, and they asked why. So I said I want my bedroom to position to the east, so I can rise with the sun.
With the sun, nice.
You know?
Yeah. That's that's what ended up being. Like if you look, all the bedrooms in our house are on that wall, right? And then so the sun comes this way with you, and then like this. You're back.
Back here, everything is just pure power.
Okay.
Everything is just pure power back here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's a lot of power.
See the tire, have to lend up a machine.
I got one in the shipment coming for
See
me.
you doing, I was like, I don't like that cut. Let me
Not
tell you
sharp.
something. No, it's not clean.
Not clean.
You know?
Yeah.
That's dust.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not dust. That is and I didn't want no skirting.
Okay.
But you know why I go with the skirting?
Right.
I go with the skirting because I have so many broken tile here.
Mm.
When the truck was coming in from Accra, he couldn't go up the hill.
Up the hill, so he got
the truck
some.
started running back. The dish and all the tile off the truck. I still pay the guy.
That's
and,
right.
and he had the nerves telling me to give him money to pull the truck out. I said, who's gonna pay for my tile? I found over 50 bucks broken. 203 CD per box. Who's gonna pay me for those? I still pay you for money.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like this.
So
They're not considering.
So
None.
I was planning to use wood
Okay.
for my skirt.
Oh, it's like a baseboard.
Yes.
Yeah, wooden baseboard.
Yeah.
You see, I thought about that too, but I'm afraid. You know why? It gets to a point we can afford to get help, especially here, right? And if you're not careful, you have people putting all that water. Like we mop here like a lake.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I thought about it. I'm like, no, as much as I like it and I know we can carve it smooth, so I ended up with baseboards.
This is why I didn't want this, or I didn't like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, because of that.
I never see them do a good job.
Yeah.
It always look rough.
You know what? For my tiles, we measured the perimeter and we got skirting for the tiles from different color that will match all the way through. But it's finished.
I had some grinding stone.
Okay, you just roughing over there. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like if you are handy, so you can do it. I see this all the time. Like, okay, I can just imagine a kid playing, slips and falls, head cut. You know,
And it's sharp.
it is sharp.
Good.
Yeah, it is sharp. Man.
Yeah, you can put it on. I just want to.
Oh yeah, he wanted to show me. Yeah, I like these.
Yeah, that's it. One, there.
This is nice. This is a nice place.
The pantry,
Okay,
kitchen right inside here.
nice.
This is my jacuzzi. If you go in the bathroom.
Okay. And what's this space over here?
It's a living room.
Living room. Okay. Oh, so you have one over there and one over here.
It's a sitting room.
Okay, sitting room. Living room over here.
As I said, it's the same house in the state. A room like that in the state, that's where I used to meet with the coaches when they come to the house, talking to get the girl, my son try to play football.
Okay. Okay.
So that's normally the sitting room.
Right.
And the living room,
Living room itself is
down
over here. Yeah.
Just like everything
Okay.
the same.
Okay.
The only difference over here, this door used to go to the two-car garage.
Okay.
When after
Yeah, now you've converted it into a room.
one bedroom
Right.
and a visiting bathroom.
That's awesome.
And back here, you go up through here, that's my suite.
Yeah.
This is the line I'm telling you about.
Yeah, this one.
Here,
Yeah.
Yes. Forget about that line over here.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a long day. Started our day around 3 a.m. There were a couple of stops that I really wanted to make, but I can't because traffic is ridiculous around Kaswa, and it's getting dark already. So yeah, there are a couple of people I wanted to, go take a look at their site. I was unable to do that. But overall, it was a good day. I got to see JamGH. I got to see Agape. And I got to see one of my buddies, Ike, his project. So, all in the central region. So we're on our way. We're still in the central region, Kaswa is in the central region. But we're on our way back to Accra. I have Chris with me. It's been a long day for him. It's time for us to hurry up and get home as soon as possible so we can refresh and for him to be able to rewind, because I've got him on the road been really cool about it. I feel like sometimes it's good for our kids to see what we go through, what the grind is, so that they would appreciate the little things that we do for them. I'm very lucky to have him on this trip with me, and for him to be able to go to places with me and see what it is that I'm doing. So yeah, it's been a good day. Yao was the one who took me. Yao has been really, really cool. Took his time to spend some time with me on the road, and I appreciate him. I always say if you need someone, like one of the few people that I would always recommend is Yao, my metal guy. If you need anything metal, right? Anything metal, gates, balustrades, stair railings, if you want regular proof, all of that stuff, talk to Yao. I'll try and insert this number here. He does all my work. The good thing about Yao is he's very, very humble, and modest. And that's what I like about him. He has a calm spirit around him, and that I think that's a good thing to have. I'm glad he's in my corner. Anyway, yeah. So we're still driving through Kaswa. It's been a long day. It's getting dark already. It's like 5:28. But I hear there's a rainstorm that has been dodging us. Started from behind us in the Takoradi area, and then it's raining in Accra where we are headed. I'm hoping that it doesn't catch us on the road. But I'll say overall it's been a successful day. I need some good sleep because it's been go since I got here. My cousin Annabelle was actually telling me a couple of days ago that I need to slow down. Otherwise, when I get to the US, I'll break down. I need to consider that, right? Because I've been going to site, super early in the morning, and then have to get back to the house, shower again, be ready for work starting at noon, because I scheduled myself to work there like 7 to 3 time, which ends up being around 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm here in Ghana. So it's some pretty long days, but all in all, it's been good. I'm not complaining. I'm privileged to have a career and a company that allows me to be able to flex like that, work, anywhere that they approve, so I can stretch the day a little bit. All right, I'm glad I came. Some things on site didn't make me happy, but it's always good to come because it gives you an opportunity to fix. If I hadn't come, they probably would have masked over them, and I would not have been able to, see, to appreciate, to alter the moves. So yeah, I'm happy. Overall, every time I come home, it's a happy, place for me. It's there's something centering about Ghana for me, and I'm happy when I'm here. I'm happy in the U.S. as well, but I think part of the reason is when I get here, I'm building something, that I'm hoping that the future will be proud of, and that for me is, it's like building a legacy. That's deep, right? And that will fuel you. That will get you going even when you're tired. And I think that's the reason why I can go and go and go when I'm here, especially when I'm working on the projects. My friends will tell you, when I get here, most of them don't see me. I don't play. I haven't gone anywhere ever since we've been here because I don't have the time, right? I'm here on a mission. I didn't come here to party. That's the mission we're on, and it's been a good one. Once we're done with the project, then we can party. for now, it's building season, right? And that's my motivation to you. I'm not saying don't live, but if you're building something big, sometimes you have to tighten the belt a little bit. Just a word of encouragement. We can all do it, but we all have limited funds. I don't care how rich you are, right? You have to put your money where you want your future to be, right? Where you want your tomorrow to be. We can all splurge if we wanted to, if we chose to. Some of us choose to build it into a legacy thing where hopefully tomorrow's children and their children will have a pride. It's like if I finish this building, kids decide to come to Ghana, they don't need to pay for Airbnb, right? They will have their own space. There's nothing like having yours. That's absolutely 100% true. There's nothing like having your own. So I'll say, for my friends who, we all live in the U.S. Eventually you might want to come here. If you're resolute and you say you don't want to come here, then that's fine too. But if you have any part of you that wants to come and live in Ghana at some point, or knows you're going to frequent Ghana at some point, think about putting something up. It doesn't need to be big, right? It doesn't need to be big. At least a couple of bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, just to have one for a guest or something, or someone helping around the house. It's not bad. You don't need to build something massive. Left to me, building wouldn't be as massive as it is, but that's neither here nor there. I'll say have a place here. Home will always be home. I hope this touches someone, because I know a lot of people who are like, oh no, I'm gonna stay in the US. I'm not building anything in Ghana. Even foreigners are building here, so you might want to rethink that. Even foreigners who are born not in Ghana are building here. Anyway, enough of the spiel. We're still on the road. Traffic is ridiculous and it's getting dark, and the clouds are getting darker too, so I feel like maybe the rain is really going to come. I just want to get home before it does. So we'll end this here. I don't know if I'll come back to you again today. If I do, we'll talk some more. Otherwise, hopefully I can post some videos soon. My internet has been really, really crappy, so I've not been able to post anything all week. Site visit on Monday I have, but I can't upload it. It's taking forever. So I might just focus on because of the internet problems, I might just focus on just editing, getting the videos, capturing them, and then editing them, maybe telling the story while they're still new, and then when I get to the US, just release all of them, right? Release them in a sequence as best as I can. But thank you for being part of what I'm doing. Thank you for being part of the journey. I appreciate you. My man Terrence, it was good seeing you today. My sister Natalie, my brother Alan, you guys are something else. Your house is amazing. And Alan, you can hold me to it. God willing, I can come back home next year. Your house will be done. We can have a sit down, like we said we would do. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for watching the channel. Thank you for being on the journey with us. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please do me a favor, hit the button. All right, subscribe, toggle all post notification, so that when I put out content, you'll be one of the first to be notified. I'll also say please subscribe to the BuildConnect Solutions channel as well on YouTube at BuildConnect Solutions Limited. At BuildConnect Solutions Limited. Please do me a favor and subscribe to that one as well. Alright, let's grow that family. And as always, I'm gonna bring you the best. Anything that I can do, good or bad, I'll bring to you on the building journey. Anything that I think will add value to someone else's life, even if it puts me in bad light, I don't mind it, because I'm not doing this for me, right? That would be selfish, right? If I saw problems on my site and I kept them to myself and I only showed you the good stuff, I'd be selfish, and that's not me, right? Anyway, thanks again. We're almost in Accra. As the sign says, Accra goes one way, Kasua goes the other way. So here we are. Alrighty. p.m. Still on the road. We're inching closer to home though. We'll be there soon. It's been a good day. I keep saying that. Getting to meet people that I've been communicating with for the last couple of years, some since last year, and being able to see them in person and still be able to jive with them. It's God puts people in your life and you wouldn't understand it. I feel like what I'm doing is God sent, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to end up connecting with people, kindred spirits, good people. I'll do a separate video and talk about Nathalie and her Agape project. It's amazing. If I can get people to help me help her, it'll warm my heart. Because for people to know that there are people in the world who choose a country that they know pretty much nothing about, and then come to it and not be selfish, but be able to give to people who need. That's humbling, and any way I can help Nathalie, I'll do that, and I hope I can get people to help me do that. I'll put more information on the screen. I'll do a special video about her project and talk about it some more. Thank you again. Thank you for considering to help her. She's a good person. Yeah, we are still on the road. This is N4. N1. This is N1. George Bush Highway. N1 in Jowolu. We are about to get, so we are around Fiesta Royale, right? Very soon we'll get to Tetekwashi Roundabout, Accra Mall, and that will lead to, the, pretty much last stretch towards home. It's been a long day, but I think it's been worth it. All right, everyone. We'll come back to you later.